Hey y'all, Sarah Carter coming at you today, and I'm going to talk to you something that's near and dear to my heart, and that's food choices. Food choices. Before I did this video, I thought, I don't have a scientific background. Am I really qualified to talk to people about this topic and offer them any type of advice? But you know what? I delved into it and I realized that that is actually a strength of mine because I bring an open mind to this. I see it freshly. There's no red tape. There's no government. There's no ulterior motive. It's just me talking from my heart. And I wanted to do this video because I see so many of my friends and family every day dealing with food choices. And that's something I had no knowledge about 3 years ago. So I usually spend 5 or 6 days a week watching videos, listening to testimonies, reading articles, and learning where our food comes from, how it's produced, all the way back to the farm. And I'm not talking about my dad's farm, my grandfather's farm. I'm talking about the farms we see today. I feel like people are just confused about the food choices because you see an article one day that says eat more fiber, then you see it says don't eat any fiber, and then you see an article from USDA that says this product was pulled off the shelf today because it has caused death, so many deaths. And it's like, what? I trusted these people. Drink less milk, drink more milk. Eggs are good for you. Eggs are bad for you. Pork's the new white meat. I just feel like I don't see why, our food choices and our healthcare system should not need defending. It should be open. It should be clear. And we should be able to make those choices based on what they're telling us. Respect and trusting them. But I'm afraid to say that we can't honestly do that. When I was going to the doctor, and for y'all that don't know, I was going several times a week. And I put my trust in those doctors. I respected those doctors. And when I would tell them a symptom, I trusted that they had the best knowledge, was the most up-to-date on the new things that were going on, remembered my chart from the last time I saw them, looked over my chart before they talked to me, and before they sat down and wrote out that prescription for me. And do you know, it wasn't until after my 16th prescription that I had to take in one day, that's not over a period of time, that God spoke to me. He honestly did. At first I said it was me, but no, God spoke to me and he said, Sarah, I gave you one body. It is not up to those doctors to take care of you. And in my mind, I thought, if something happens to me, that doctor will get another patient to fill my spot. But Sarah don't have another body. I get one chance to treat it right and to do right with it. And for 51 years, I can't honestly say that I did that. I was a drive-through window, get it fast. I traveled a lot on my job and in my spare time. So it was like, whoop, get through, get whatever you want. I trust. I put my whole health in the hands of McDonald's, Wendy's, Sonic's, K&W cafeterias, Logan Steakhouse. Any place I went, I trusted that whatever they laid in front of me, it was good for me. May have been a little bit fat, may have been a few too many calories, but there was nothing in it that was going to affect me later in life. And boy, did I paid for that. So that's why I'm coming at y'all today. Know that you have one body to take care of. God gave you that body to take care of it and respect it. I can't even imagine you folks that have children and grandchildren. It's just me that I'm taking care of my body for. And to know that my food choices every day depend on how long I could be around for my children and my grandchildren. Y'all, you only get one chance. One chance. And I realized that 3 years ago, not 3 days ago. Did you know that the number one killer of Americans today is not cancer? It's chronic diseases that are caused by our diets. And that is pretty scary. Today, I look at food totally different. I see friends of mine that post about a loved one that has passed away from type 2 diabetes. And then I'll watch them turn right around and eat the same foods that killed their loved ones. And it just kills me. And I take this nutrition, I take your health very seriously now. Should I have done it 30, 40 years ago? Yes, I didn't, but I'm making the best of it now. And I want to help all of my friends and family do the same thing. One of my best advices to you is if you cannot pronounce it, you don't need to eat it. God wants us to eat stuff that is made. But for us to understand, you probably say, Sarah, I see you taking Plexus, but I don't need Plexus because I eat clean. Well, let me tell you something. We have Olympic athletes, we have holistic coaches, we have nutritionalists, we have pharmacists, we have doctors, we have what we call crunchy mamas who are very self-conscious about what they eat and what they give their kids that take our supplements. And do you know why? You cannot eat enough food on this earth, even if you grew it all in your backyard, that did not have toxins in it. And your body cannot function the way it needs to function with the toxins that we are exposed to every day. And you're like, well, I'm not really exposed to toxins. Well, carbs and sugars are toxins. Antibiotics are toxins. Prescription medications are toxins. Pumping gas, the fumes that come out, are toxins. Hairspray, makeup, fingernail polish are toxins. The clothes we buy are made with toxins. So unless you're washing them with all natural washing powders and things, which, praise the Lord, things are coming around and we are having so many more choices about all natural products that don't have toxins in them. But like I said, even if you are growing your own garden, which I do, our soil is so depleted from the things that have been used for our soil over the years that you are exposed to toxins, even if you're picking your own vegetables. I heard an article recently that says you would have to eat 50 apples today to be equivalent of the vitamins and minerals that was in an apple 50 years ago. That's because of the soil. Y'all, there's so many things that we're exposed to every day. And if I tell you, you need to protect your gut, which you know Plexus is focusing on gut health, the probiotic we have, you would have to eat like 30 yogurts a day. And for most of y'all that know, yogurt is loaded with sugar. So what are you doing? Spiking your blood sugars. So to get the probiotic that you need, even though these companies are saying, oh, this is the probiotic you need. I saw the other day an orange juice that had a probiotic in it. That's loaded with sugar. Well, gut bacteria, you know what that is? A lot of that has to do with sugar. Look at people's skin. People will say, oh, you're aging backwards with Plexus. That's because your gut's getting healthy and your skin is not trying to release toxins out of your body. They're actually able to push them out with our products that we have. So to say someone that does not need a Plexus supplement is not correct, because for one thing, I'm proud that I'm with a company that wants high quality. They're very specific about the types of ingredients that they use in their products. And I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but vitamins are not mandated by the FDA, by the federal government. Prenatal vitamins for your babies, they're not mandated. But do you know that Plexus chooses to follow the guidelines that are set by the federal government just so that they're in compliance? And that's how they don't have to do that. It costs them many, many dollars to do that. But they want to make sure that the products that they are putting out there on the market are the best that there are. And to say that I don't know one person that I know that does not need at least one of our products. And I tell you that not to sell to you, but it's so that you can feel the way that I feel. I used to have to get vitamin D shots, vitamin D prescription, vitamin B shots. I had to get folic acid shots at the cancer center here in Roanoke because I had no folic acid. And That's not even including the prescriptions I was on. You know why I had to have those? Because my body was depleted. Magnesium, boop, I had no magnesium in my body. Now I have all of that, and it's all comes from my vitamins that I eat, and then of course from the meals that I eat also, but the majority of it comes from your vitamins. So I urge you today, do your research, but do it, don't Google it. People can pay for ads. People can give their own opinions. Make sure you're doing that with good websites like the Cleveland Clinic, which has done research on plexus, like WebMD, any of those that you know are good websites. Check out Monsanto and see what they do with their seeds before they grow it for people and how they mass produce. Have you seen those big ears of corn on the cob? Have you seen chicken breasts that are like this big? Stop and think about that. Research processed foods, research prepackaged foods, high fructose corn syrup. Oh my goodness. Do your research on those items. That's all that I'm asking you. You keep an open mind, educate yourself. Don't put all your eggs in one basket and all your trust in one person other than God, and be still and listen to Him, because He will guide you in the right direction. It may not be the answer you're trying to make happen, but He is trying to get you educated about how you should be treating the body that He gave you. And I'm on my soapbox now, because that's what it is. One body, one you, one chance. So I ask that you eat food, eat in moderation, eat mostly things that are grown and not processed. Take care of yourself, love on yourself, so that you can be there for your children and your grandchildren, and most of all, you, so that you can have a happy, healthy life. And y'all have a great evening.